Some governors and health experts now saying, do not put away your mask just yet. The lead starts right now. The CDC says more information is coming about masks, but frankly, confusion has already set in with states, cities, even businesses all doing their own thing, and too many American adults still unwilling to get vaccinated. Then, no end in sight for the violent clashes in the Middle East as Israel pounds Gaza with airstrikes, Hamas fires back with rockets, and the U.S. does not call for an immediate ceasefire. Plus, new details about a mysterious phenomenon plaguing U.S. officials near the White House, including one victim on the president's national security team. Welcome to the Lead. I'm Jake Tapper. We start today with our health lead, and President Joe Biden this afternoon announcing that the United States will share at least 20 million additional doses of coronavirus vaccines with other countries. That's in addition to the 60 million doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine that the White House has already pledged to send. There's also good news in the fight against COVID here in the U.S. This nation recorded only 16,864 new cases of coronavirus yesterday. That's the lowest level since March 2020. For comparison, there were periods during this pandemic when the infection rate was more than 300,000 new cases every day. But there does remain much confusion about the CDC's abrupt reversal on mask guidance, announcing Thursday fully vaccinated people no longer need to wear masks. The CDC director now admitting this is fully dependent upon the honor system, and non-vaccinated Americans need to continue wearing their masks. The largest nurses union in the United States says the move is not based in science and puts lives at risk, as CNN's Erica Hill now reports.
Okay, all right.
Get the shot, lose the mask.
It was a little bit of whiplash for the American public in terms of them saying just a week before, keep your mask on.
Cheers!
The other issue is every uncovered face really vaccinated.
In terms of the honor system, people have to be honest with themselves. You're protected if you're vaccinated. You're not if you're not vaccinated.
Public health doesn't work by the honor system. I want the CDC not only to look at the science, but to think about human behavior and to think about real world scenarios. That's how we're going to build trust in our public institutions, and that's how we're going to build to population or community immunity.
That real world scenario today is a little confusing. CVS, the latest chain to drop mask requirements for vaccinated customers unless local regulations still require them, joining Starbucks, Costco, Trader Joe's, and Walmart.
At some point, we have to actually allow for both private responsibility as well as the opportunity for businesses to do business on their terms.
Kids still need to mask up at school, but what about camp this summer?
We're working on that right now.
Amidst the confusion, more signs the vaccines are working. On Sunday, new cases hit a low not seen since March 25th, 2020. Hospitalizations down 11% in the last week, poised to drop below 30,000 for the first time in more than 10 months.
We're safer, smarter, and better equipped in this fight than at any time since it began.
Massachusetts will drop all COVID restrictions May 29th. It's one of 7 states where more than 70% of the adult population has had at least one dose of the vaccine, President Biden's July 4th goal for the country as a whole. Several more are closing in, but not these 10, where less than half the adults have at least one shot.
Now's the time to get your vaccine shot.
President Biden also hoping to boost vaccinations globally.
Over the next 6 weeks, the United States of America will send 80 million doses overseas.
A move health experts have been calling for to help close the equity gap.
And Jake, just to circle back on some more of that confusion, so we just learned a short time ago that after Maryland dropped its mask mandate, we heard that on Friday, Baltimore just saying a short time ago that its mandate stays in place for the city until 65% of the adult population has at least one shot. In California, the Secretary of Health and Human Services says they agree with the CDC guidance, but they're still going to wait to implement it. They want to make sure they do it well, so masks will stay in place until June 15th. The governor had already announced that. And here in New York, the governor says we'll move to those CDC guidelines starting Wednesday. One place, though, masks will still be required: schools and also the subway. Public transportation, of course, the subway today, Jake, resumed its 24/7 service.
All right, Erica Hell, thanks so much. Appreciate it.